I included the patients above 18 years of age with PCO who have undergone uncomplicated cataract surgeries and excluded those who had any sort of complications during the cataract surgery or post-operative period, who were already diagnosed cases of the glaucoma, steroid responders, corneal opacities, intraocular inflammations, surgery which they have undergone just prior to the laser capsulotomy, and myopia or hypermetropia more than 6.
That is so nice, no? Oh my God, you have made my day.
Then to introduce our again brother again, Prithvi. So Prithvi is a veterinary surgeon in Chandrakant, Netralaya, Kozhikode, Kerala, and again formerly he was in hospital Coimbatore. And the story that he told me yesterday in a single line, he was not interested for ophthalmology. You know, he was going to leave ophthalmology. Innovator till now. Can you guess 24 innovations to this young man? 24 innovations, and everything he has published in ISEO. Please don't think that ISEO is our Indian thing, that's why he could publish it over there. No, the things of nationality or the pride that he was taking yesterday last evening, he told that if we don't publish our innovation in ISEO, then who is going to read ISEO? That means, see, it's just like telling our Indian cricket team is not international cricket team. Is it so? No. ISEO is international, man. It's not national. So international journal ISEO, and he has published everything, 24 innovations, and he has been, both of them, they have been, conducting workshops not only in state level, national level, APO, international level. They have been winning awards. They are habitual award winners, both of them. So again, I am not going to enumerate all the awards. Again, it will take 7 slides. Sorry, So we will straight away go to presentation. John has already set the stage, and everybody is charged. And we can see across all the strata from the very. No, I see. We learned Tamil because I stayed 10 years in Tamil Nadu, and we have to go to camps. So without learning Tamil, you cannot escape.
And you have to go back and start doing smartphone photography. Use the smartphone photography not only for your documentation or for showing the patients and counseling them, also for publication, for conference presentation. In fact, many of the IJO photographs which are posted, Dr. Prithvi has taken on smartphone. And we will show you some of the photographs, and I assure you, even a mid-range smartphone can take brilliant photographs. And we have all the innovations in the suitcase. So once the session is over, we'll open the suitcase and just show some magic tricks. Okay, and you can all start making your own devices. We will show you how to make a device which you can take anti-second photos without a slit lamp. Slit lamp photos without slit lamp. Fundus photos with a device which you can put inside your pocket. So you will learn so many things. You will learn so many things which you can yourself use. So some financial disclosures. I have some apps which I have made which are on the Play Store. I have not made any of them paid yet, but I might do that. I have some innovations and stuff. So let's start with why you have to click photos. So you need to, as ophthalmologists, know that ours is a very visual branch. We are not like a medicine specialist where we get the pulse and temperature and then think about it for some time and write some medications. No, we always see the patient in 3D. Both our eyes are required. We have to see in 3D and to look at everything in microscopic detail before we find the diagnosis and start treatment. So it is a visual field. We have to do documentation of those. Everybody, you see a small lesion, you write it. It doesn't exactly translate. You click a picture and keep it. The next person who sees it will know, okay, exactly this is what has happened. Writing it does not carry answer or even anything will affect. You take a photograph, show the patient. Next time they come, you can take a photograph and see whether it is improving, see whether it is, how much it is improving, and the patient also is happy. If the patient is otherwise asymptomatic, taking a picture and showing the patient is the most. You cannot take photos. You can take photos because you have your smartphone with you, and even if you have a slit lamp camera, if you are in an institute, what usually happens, slit lamp camera is in a different place. You have to get up, go there, maybe even request permission, then go and take the photograph there. It will not happen most of the time. As juniors, PGs, it will happen very rarely. And even as consultants, you may not have the time to go and do that. You might be busy with other patients. Teaching videos of application tonometry, capsulotomy, API, all these done with that. Okay? And for cornea, you can take diffuse slit. All these things I'll teach you how to do. And the theory part, I put the phone in the adapter and then place the adapter on the eyepiece, and then I take. So all this I will demonstrate practically. Doing it, seeing it on a video, not enough. The video is available online on YouTube. I'll share the link again, so you can do that, okay? So this is there on my YouTube channel. Just search John Davis Slit Lamp Photography, you will get the videos. It will think, okay, I need to smoothen the retina, smoothen the anterior segment. So don't do the regular camera. Use open camera. Okay. It's another app to download. Open camera is another app to download from the Play Store. Okay. Yeah. Then the settings. Turn off the flash. HDR should be off. Portrait mode, every beautification mode should be off. Touch to focus should be on. Metering on touch. All these are default on open camera. Do-it-yourself red cam. Do-it-yourself red cam is a PVC pipe. PVC pipe, you cut it, put a 20 diopter lens on one side, put a smartphone on the other side. You can take fantastic photographs. Okay. Basically, all of these are bonoscope. If you saw the museum here, there is a bonoscope here. You have a coaxial light and you have a 20 diopter lens which usually you hold with your hand, and then you have your eye to see the fundus. Okay? Monocular indirect ophthalmoscopy, like a bonoscope. Instead of just the eye, you have a smartphone there. Illumination is provided by the smartphone's own flashlight. You can use some apps to capture the picture. There is an app called Pullman Indirect. I think he has stopped upgrading the app, but you can still get the old APK and use it. If you have a newer phone, the phone will say that it is an old APK. Are you sure you want to install? If it installed and works, well and good. If not, older phones will support it. Dr. Pratik collects all these older phones. So Pullman Indirect, okay, that is a good app. I think in iPhone they have released it again, but as usual it is a paid app. It is not I, it's Pullman Indirect. They are not putting I yet, but it is paid version. So Pullman Indirect app can be used. So let's go to foldable fundoscope. So all these are long ones, no? So I made the foldable fundoscope, which is much smaller. It is so small that you can put it in your pocket. I will show you at the end of the presentation what it looks like, okay? And the patented and all that. So I did the patent because I wanted a patent to put on the wall. I did a patent for that. So fundus photography is an essential tool for documentation, all this you know. And it's very good for counseling the patients also. This is the evolution of fundus photography, these huge devices which give very low resolution images. Now I was very happy with that. Okay? But are you happy with that? You have the cheaper ones, you have the expensive ones. Remedy is the smartphone fundus camera, which is an expensive one. You have the long one. You have the long one over here. And then you have the do-it-yourself red cam, which is PVC pipe. This is made in India red cam, Dr. Ashish Sharma. This is the do-it-yourself red cam, Dr. Biju Raju. This is one plastic bottle fundus camera, Dr. Ramesh Rajan. And this is the flash to pressure red cam, Dr. Prithvi Chandragan. So you need this adapter and the plastic bottle. You can take fundus photographs and 3D print it if you have access to a 3D printer and use that. And yeah, this is the same one. This is Dr. Ahmed Atreya's 3D printer. He is a friend of mine from Egypt and he made one model. So these are all 3D printed ones. You can just download the files, 3D print it, start using it. This is Dr. Biju Raju's next version. So I work with Dr. Biju Raju. He is a colleague of mine from Cochin. So this is a Hope scope. This has a car phone adapter attached to the plastic tube. Inside he has coated with sandpaper, black sandpaper, so that all reflections are eliminated. And put the 20 diopter lens here. Take fundus photos. This is the Hope scope. This is Ogle scope. Dr. Meher, I think Dr. Meher done that one. This is another one, another 3D printed one. This is the one which went on Shark Tank. This is C3 Innovations. Again, COVID times. I was sitting there without any patients. I thought, okay, why should I sit simply? I thought I'll watch YouTube and learn how to do 3D designing. I learned that and drew the 3D model. Okay, this is a 3D model of the foldable fundoscope. This is how it opens and closes. This is first step closed, second step closed, third step closed, and this is the final. This is the smallest size. Okay, and this is how it looks actually 3D printed. And you can attach your phone one end, 20 diopter lens other end, and you can take photos. This is what it looks like. Okay. 20D lens goes there, that acts as a lens case. So you can put your lens inside that, close it and put in your bag or pocket or purse. Lens is safe inside. When you open it up, you can take a fundus photo. You want to do indirect ophthalmoscopy, open it, take the lens, you do indirect ophthalmoscopy. So that ends up looking like, you take a photo like this. Once you capture that, you get pictures like this. Once you get the picture like this, you can use the editing software on your phone to put a circular mask on it, and it looks pretty okay to present to the patient. Okay, these are some pictures captured with that. Prithvi will show you pictures captured with smartphone fundus cameras much better than that. And of course, the field of view is less than a regular desktop fundus camera. This is a desktop fundus camera. Quality is less than a desktop fundus camera. Advantage is it is very inexpensive. It is not better in quality, and always there will be some glare from the flash. The desktop fundus cameras don't have all these artifacts because they use some complex optics to avoid the reflections. This one very basic optics with illumination, and it folds into a better form. So it's like Apple iPhone. You have to have rounded corners. For that rounded corners, you can charge extra. So that is why I went to the new model. So old model is all sharp edges, all square like Android. And this is the new model, all curves. So looks like the glasses and see the pictures. I'll show you in the hands-on, okay? And yeah, these are all 3D pictures. This is another 3D picture. This is, for this you need the red blue glasses. That is what a red blue glasses looks like. You can see the V-string if you put the glasses. Retinal chair, glaucomatous cupping. I made using a sanitizer bottle. So when I was a PG, we were playing with sanitizer bottle throwing in the dustbin. So this is a hand sanitizer bottle. The back portion was actually removed in such a manner that there was two, portions which would flange the 20D lens. So once that is done, the other side was filled with the smartphone. So once that is done, you can on your video mode and then this is the back side which is cut in that particular manner. There are two flaps which will hold the 20D lens, and 20D lens will be fitted properly snugly and it will not fall out. So once it is done that way, see how we put the 20D lens into the back side, and to the other side we put the smartphone adapter which Dr. John was talking about, and we put a smartphone. So once you put the smartphone, you can on the video mode and on the flashlight and start recording images, and these were the images that we took. So these are all the images that we took, and it is as good as a normal fundus camera that we have which costs 20 to 30 lakhs. So this was the first innovation that we did. Then we thought, like how Dr. John told, that it was very long and it was very difficult to hold. So we planned to make it smaller. So with 3D printing, what we did is we used another concept. Over here you can see a small keychain. So this was basically a keychain that I got in one of the shops. And this actually opens up to become a chai cup, a tea cup. And if you put water also, it doesn't actually leak. So the engineering in this is very precise, that it doesn't leak and it doesn't come out also. So what we did is we used the same concept of this keychain to make the red cam small, and we 3D printed the same thing, and then like you see, this is the same keychain model that you can open up and it becomes a red cam. So it becomes so small that you can keep it in your pocket, and you can use the smartphone with the adapter, and you can use it to take images of the retina. So this is a 3D printed red cam, and it is called retina. Very rarely can you actually take video of retina. And this was a witness which came to my OPD, and I took a smartphone video because we cannot actually take video in any of the fundus cameras. How much ever lakhs you spend on a fundus camera, you cannot actually take a video, and this is the only way you can actually take video, that is from a smartphone. And along with Retigo, we also use it to capture ROP stages, and these ROP stages can be used by Indian smartphone and the Gonio lens. That is all that was required, and you can see how clearly you can see the angle structures. And along with the retinoscope, we even got the replica of a slit also. So you can see these images. All these images were taken just with the Gonio lens and a ASP of 8, 10 or 6 diopter lens. So that was gonioscopy. So we finished gonioscopy, then we came like, why not do cobalt 2 also? So then we started thinking of putting
cobalt blue filters to the ASPI device, and we made a extra small hole for the cobalt blue incision. Here you can see this is ASPI, and we made another small hole for the flashlight where it will go through the cobalt blue filter. Now you have a cobalt blue filter imaging device, and this is a single positive which we took without a slit lamp. You can see how beautiful this video has come out. And so we started doing a lot of these imaging, and we also had a study of dry eye detection using ASPI stupidity. So then, so we thought all these things is done, let's go another step ahead. So we thought of the IOL scope. So we thought, what if we put more intraocular lenses? That was only one IOL of 20 diopters. So we thought, let's put 30 diopter IOL. That was the maximum which we were getting. And you can see KOH mode of fungal hyphae. There were, we even took larvae of Easter's ovis, sheepbot fly. This is a caterpillar hair that we removed from the conjunctiva. So these were all the things that we were able to do with just intraocular lens. That was around 30 diopters, 4 of them together. And we also took pathology slides. We started trying to, and during COVID. So during COVID, mucormycosis was like too much. And we went to an ENT specialist who was debriding this mucormycosis. And we thought, why not help him during his surgery? So live surgery, we went, he was debriding the tissue, he was giving us, we were making a slice, and we were taking live images of the tissue to give him clearance of how much more he has to debride. So you can see this was the hyphae over there, which is flying over there, that was the hyphae. And that is the tissue that he gave us, and we were trying to give him clearance of how much more tissue he has to debride on site during the surgery itself. That way, and we confirmed it with the microscope also, and we got a similar image of the hyphae in both IOL scope and whisper. And so when we could do that, why not use this in our OPD? So why not use an IOL scope in our OPD to detect fungal hyphae of corneal ulcers? So this was the next thing that we thought of. And then we took all these, again the smartphone adapter, we have been using the same thing. We took the smartphone adapter, we attached it to the illumination component of the slit lamp. So once you do this, you can attach the IOL scope light all kind of fungal hyphae. So as you can see, aspergillus, ordinaria, bipolaris, mucormycosis. So we tried all the fungal hyphae, and we were able to actually make out these just with the IOL scope. That was IOL scope. And next. So we also use it for parasites. So to detect demodex, to do something for this. We use infrared cameras from our CCTV cameras, which are broken. So we went in Coimbatore, we went to a place where we get all broken stuff. We took out infrared imaging. You can see over here, we took all these infrared LEDs. We use an ESP32 camera. That camera is a Wi-Fi wireless camera that can be live telecast to any of our smartphone when connected to a QR code. And then we have other things like small software and all those things. And we set it up on a cardboard. So this was the circuit that we made. And we used the help of an engineer, and we actually made a pupil maze. So this is basically a cardboard in which we have attached the cameras and the infrared lights, and we were able to take video. I'll show you the video. This is the video of my eyes. This is the first time you can see the pupil over here. When we put the light, it is constricting. So this was done. This is the first time we did this, and we were able to make our own pupil reaction recording device with all. It was more of a do-it-yourself and the most frugal way of doing this. So this was pupil made. Then during our COVID time, the slit lamp started getting a small. We had a acrylic sheet that comes in between the patient and us in the slit lamp. So we thought, why not use that for our benefit? So one of the major problem is ask this thing for lubrication, those kind of things, but it becomes a little difficult. But the second prototype is the most easiest one. It's an embosser that you get in Amazon. You can just keep embossing and you can put it on the eye drops. The next one is basically a Lumi indent, basically for retina surgeons. So like as a retina surgeon, one of the most difficult problem is indentation, because we have our endolite and retractor in one hand, so we need assistant to actually depress during the surgery. So this is basically a retina thing, and so what happens is we tell them go anterior, posterior, here and there. So there might be slippage, there could be miscommunication, which actually leads to accidental retinotomies. So we thought, why not combine scleral depressor and endo-illuminator together? So once that is done, actually we can do it ourselves. So what we thought is we put the endo-illuminator into the syringed cap. So anyway the syringe cap is the waste, we always throw it. We put the syringe cap, we put the endo-illuminator inside the syringe cap and secure it with a micropore. So now this becomes the illuminated endo-depressor. So once you've done that, you can see how beautifully through transscleral illumination you are able to see the retina. So now surgeon can actually depress by himself and do the cutter, base shaving or endo-illuminator. You can even put lasers and all those things very easily. We don't have any kind of miscommunication with the system. We can do it by ourselves. More coordination, it's more easier for us as a retina surgeon. So this is Lumi indent. Then another retina is glow port. So basically we know that during retina surgery we off our theatre lights because we need to do surgery, and it becomes very difficult for us to find the ports. So we thought, why not put something which will illuminate by itself. So this is also basically a retina innovation. So we illuminating device when the light is off. So it can be charged with the endo-illuminator just with 1 second. You just throw light for 1 second on top of that plastic thing. So that will help you charge the whole thing, and it does not. It is not visible through our microscope. So it doesn't see. You cannot see it from the microscope because there is a green filter. But from outside, it is illuminating by itself. So this is glow port. You can. From outside the microscope you can see, but from inside you cannot see, so it doesn't hamper your surgery. So even mental they are treating problems. So but the cost of the mental increases the mental cost for our feeling that is basically a plastic material, which is biodegradable material. It comes like a filament, like a tube kind of. It comes like a tube kind of a coiled thing, like normal wire that we get. It comes like that. And you have to put that wire into the 3D printer, and it will heat the end. It will heat the end, make it melt, and the melted thing will keep layer by layer by layer. So it takes time. It's like one paper. You put one paper, second paper, third paper. When you put 5 paper, it becomes little thickness. So like that, 10-20 layers of paper, like it keeps on putting one number here. Keeps on doing it. You go see your patient and come by the time and record this way. It depends on the material.
Dr. Uddhavacharan Behera, Dr. B.N. Acharya, Dr. Chandi Das.
It deserved its day. Thanks to Dr. Jayashree Dora, who led this quiet revolution with the calm courage of a constitutionalist. OSOS held its first formal election in the will give you the way. For the first time, votes were not whispered into existence but publicly contested. The organization now had heartbeat and ballot box both. Democracy had arrived and its own progressives. 2024-25, the constitutional cataract surgery. But as